brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Good morning. Welcome to Mornings at the Cabin. It's Wheeler with you. I took the Monday off. I have no idea what's going on. I got here 30 seconds ago. When you take a day off, you tend to sleep in the next day. That's what I found. Ollie,
Morning.
what happened yesterday?
A lot happened yesterday.
I know.
We discussed a Canada Goose. There's one Canada Goose in town, and it looks very lonely.
I feel like there's more.
What? Then the others are just hiding?
Yeah.
From
waiting,
the first one?
Waiting for their time.
The jerks. They're just leaving that one Canada Goose just wandering around being
No.
I'm here so early.
That is the most powerful goose. He is the one that's out there kind of distracting everybody while the rest of the geese kind of lay their eggs or plans, as it were.
Or steal odd items of groceries from Max.
Absolutely.
Goose has got to live.
A goose does have to live. And how is a goose living if it's only living off scraps from Max?
It's not living if living is without goose.
Oy. I don't have anything for that. That was genius.
Yeah. It was Genie Goose.
It was gooseness. No, that's
No, it doesn't. No,
I can't pun. I'm not like you or Scott are pun masters. I am a pun grasshopper. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Pun grasshopper.
Yeah.
Cricket's after that one.
God. You're so good at that. Well, what's...
no, flatter me more. Come on, let's play some music and then just carry on with this for like
No,
12
it's
minutes.
fine. I think you get enough flattery as it is. Don't you get like pieces of email every day that are basically just fan mail? You know, the ones where they're like, I think you're sharing misinformation.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Wheeler and Lecter with you. Ollie has twaddled off somewhere. Wait, is that the right word?
Twaddled?
Twaddled. Yeah, with a D.
That sounds inappropriate.
TWADDLE. ED. What? Twaddled. I think that's a
I
word.
think it's toddled.
Ollie, you told me we were on the air. Maybe I'd have been in here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's twaddled back.
He's twaddled back in. Look at this twaddler. We were going to talk slow pitch. I figured you weren't going to be interested.
I'm on the team.
Are you on the team?
Have you not seen the group?
I have seen the group. There are like 50 people in the group.
Yeah.
50 people on the team.
Yes, 50
Scott's
people
got
on the team.
big vision for this
This
team.
is strategic thinking, my
Yes,
friend.
right, because you know that most people won't commit to the schedule.
Well, that's exactly it.
Well, because, I mean, the schedule's a lot. Like,
Yeah.
there's 2 or 3 games a week. 2 games a week is enough.
Yeah.
But there might be 3.
There might be 3. Sometimes there's 4.
4?
I've seen it before.
The hell am I supposed to do with my schedule?
I know.
What am I supposed to do with that? I can't do anything with
Play
that.
2 of the games.
God, I don't know.
Very excited, though. Cabin Radio
I am
Slow
excited
Pitch
too.
Team.
I ran into someone last night, and we were talking about it. They're also a member of the group. I will not name names. It was Brittany. And we were talking about the team and whether or not she's going to be on another team. Because obviously, like, a lot of the people have, like, established teams.
Yep.
And they're kind of waiting to see if their established team kind of comes back or whatever. So you're trying to try to get everybody out there. And this is no offense to you or anyone you love.
I'm going to take offense.
Frankly,
right
I
now.
am already offended.
I'm feeling a little offended, yeah.
I haven't played in a few years.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm terrified of what my knees will do.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to play D division.
You don't want to play D?
I don't want to play D division.
Why not?
I think I'm a little too competitive for that.
Just sock dingers.
I want to suck dingers.
Just do that.
Doc Singers.
And if you don't, make it to first. And that's literally all you have to do.
I'm trotting the whole way.
And stand at first base.
I don't care if it's a ground ball to the outfield. I'm trotting to first.
Perfect.
All right.
That's all we need.
Well, here's the thing, and I think Mr. Gibbons kind of he kind of mirrored what I'm about to say in that, like, or no, did we say it about him? I think we said it about him, where it's just like, I want to play, I want to have fun. All these people are awesome, cool people. It would be great to hang out with them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can. I might be like I love to play. I don't like to play on a team where someone drops the ball and is like, oh, I guess that's the way it goes. I'm like, because I'll just be like, come on.
And yet here we are on Mornings at the Cabin, where someone drops the ball, and that's the way it goes about every morning.
Jesus. Can we go through one break without you crapping all over everything we do? No, apparently not. So, yeah, no, I think I have a competitive streak in me.
Yeah.
That is not a good character trait at all, especially when it comes to recreational sports. Now, I'm not going to like freak out on people. I'm not Mike Gibbons, but I might get a little frustrated.
But your lip might be in shreds from biting it.
Yeah, so I don't want to go full competitive. Like, I don't want to play A division and like have people take it seriously.
We're not going to play B either because that's basically A division.
Yeah. So
I think there's like 2 teams in A division and then like 3 in B, and they all have to play against each other because no one else wants to play against them.
That's right, and they're tough.
Yeah,
they're tough. Like, I don't want to come up against Chrissy Kerrigan, but
no, I want to play Chrissy. It's ridiculous.
I don't know.
Yeah, competitive much.
But
I also don't want to lose every game 15-2.
Well, that's why we want to be in D division.
That's right. Because there's a chance.
It'll be a really competitive slow pitch.
Yeah, 16-15.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sign us up in D. I don't know if there's actually going to be a D division. And we will probably end up in C or some combination of C/D. And this will be a really good exercise for you in
in restraint.
In restraint, exactly.
That's right. This is where I turn the corner from being a young man to being a slightly older version of a young man with things that an adult would do, like not take recreational sports so seriously.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Mike
that's the last thing I have to do to become a human adult man.
Well, that's good. One last step.
That's right.
This summer, it's going to be a big summer for you.
Check it off the bucket list. I got the bucket.
Yeah. Mike and I were talking about it, though, last night when we were doing Cabin Sports Radio.
Yes.
We were negotiating his terms on this slow pitch team.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like he is in.
He's not going to play.
He is aware that he is a competitive guy.
Yes, he is.
Sometimes.
Quite. Come on! I'm going to hear that a lot this summer.
But it's so entertaining when Mike does it.
It is.
That's just what you have to do.
He's just like, he's a gentle giant.
Yeah, you have to find a way to channel your rage into something that is at least, just at least comes off as like kind of wholesome and funny to everybody else. And I find he's an expert at that.
Yeah.
I know inside he is just screaming, tearing his insides apart.
It's so hot on the inside of Mike Gibbons.
It is. But on the outside, it comes off. Mike, what a guy!
Well, he just looks like a puppy. I mean, he's got those big puppy dog eyes. He looks like a basset hound. I can't.
Big pouty face.
Big pouty face.
No, it's going to be a great season.
I am looking forward to slow pitch. I will play.
Yeah, you will.
Not on this team, but
yeah, I'll play.
All right.
Not this sport.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
We were just talking about how we ask people out. Not well. I don't think.
No? Well, I haven't had to in a while.
That's right.
So
that's right.
That's been nice.
And that's the thing, right? I mean, sometimes it's just like sometimes the best things just kind of happen. You don't really ask each other out. You're just kind of like, do you want to hang out? But you're not asking them out, and then all of a sudden they live with you. And that's
that happened fast.
And that did happen fast. And that's how it happened with Phoenix and I. And I should mention this is shameless and completely probably that's not narcissistic at all.
Well, we'll be the judge.
We'll be the judge of that. Only I can judge me. Wait, that's narcissistic. No, it is Phoenix's 30th birthday today.
Oh, hey.
So happy birthday
to Phoenix.
I'll have to repeat this later on when she's actually awake. She doesn't start listening to the show until after 8 o'clock.
Oh,
so I'm not
surprise.
Sure. But our first date was, I've told you this many times before, and you guys have probably heard that our first date was in Vegas over a weekend and the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
But
probably the most epic first date I've ever heard.
It is the most epic date. Bar none. But I mean, that just kind of happened that way too. It's just like, hey, do you want to go on this trip? Not really knowing anything that was going on. And then, just kind of happened.
And here we are.
And we came back to Vancouver, and she spent every night at my house until she just was like, I don't need my place anymore. Great. I guess just move in then. Just move in after like 6 weeks. And here we are 6 years later, still plugging along.
So how's she doing with 30?
Oh, she's doing great.
She's doing great?
Doing great.
Okay.
Hasn't even mentioned it. Really. Like, she's like, it's my birthday. Let's just go for lunch and you can make my favorite cake, which I did.
What'd you make?
It's just a chocolate cake with raspberry jam in it.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So a layered cake, raspberry jam in the middle, fresh raspberries on top, of which there were none in this town yesterday.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to make it again. But the big gift was the trip to Ireland and Scotland.
Okay.
So that was her big gift. So today we're going to go for lunch, and it was funny. Her mother texted me, and her name's Joni, and she's a super sweetheart. And she texted me. She's like, "What are you doing for Phoenix's birthday? What are you going for dinner? What else are you doing?" And I was like, "I think we're going for lunch, and then I'm going to put her in bed about 8:00." And I think that's what she wants for her birthday.
Run her a bath, put her in bed, and that's probably about it. That's a nice little Tuesday.
That's a beautiful Tuesday.
Yeah.
So yes. So happy birthday to her. I will mention again after when she's actually awake. So yeah, I think that's our day today. We're gonna have a lunch at the Woodyard.
Yeah.
And come home and she's got rehearsal.
Come home and go to bed.
Well, she's got rehearsal till like 10. So I mean, there's not much we can do. I get up at 5.
Enough. I mean, a birthday on a Tuesday is it's tough.
We stayed up late last night. 11.
Wow.
Yeah. We watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine and ate chocolate cake.
Oh, there you go.
So
yeah,
it was pretty good.
That's a good birthday.
That's a pretty good birthday.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
All right.
And it's 30. This is what you do on your birthday at 30 and above.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I've been torturing myself over for weeks. Is like, what do you do? And then we talked about it yesterday, and I was mentioning that like I didn't know what to do for your 30th. Obviously, we're going on this big trip, so that's a big gift. Is going on this trip.
Yeah.
But also and I was like, well, what did you want to do? Like if I had, planned like a big dinner with friends, she would have been like, oh God, no.
Why did you do that?
Why would you do this? I'm exhausted. Yeah. And I was like, well, we could have done that, or we could have had like people over. And she's like, oh no,
right.
no. And I was like, okay.
It's kind of tough when you have big plans, beyond the birthday, but for the birthday, because then on the actual day, it's like, well, are we still going to do something
of
big?
Course,
I mean,
we'll
we've got
something.
Big plans, but for your birthday.
I'm going to have a liquid lunch at the Woodyard. We'll see how the rest of the day goes.
You should probably eat something. Too.
I will eat something. I'll have
substance.
Food.
Yeah, okay.
Some substance.
It's not a total liquid lunch. A liquid and solid lunch.
Liquid and solid lunch.
The way it's meant to be.
That's right. yeah, since the dawn of time. So I mean, we didn't do a heck of a lot. I know people like outwardly looking in at this relationship would be like, wow, we didn't do anything for your 30th birthday. Oh my God. What a flippin' jerk.
Who is this guy?
And that is fair. But I mean, that's kind of what she wanted. Like, let's go for lunch, and then I'd like to be in bed by 9. But she's at rehearsal till 10 or 10:30. She's always doing stuff.
He gave his girlfriend what she wanted for her birthday.
Listened to what she wanted and then gave it to her?
Oh,
God. I need some grand romantic gesture, or this is not working. But for her 30th, we are going to Ireland and Scotland for 2.5 weeks in July.
Yeah, that'll be
I feel
all right.
like that's pretty good. But we'll talk about it. I'll mention it again. But
okay.
I think I date pretty well. I think it was the roundabout of all that. I think I do pretty good. Anyway.
Happy birthday, Phoenix. Welcome to the 30 Club.
Oh, God. Don't say that.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
Mornings at the cabin. Wheeler, Ollie, Lecter with you on your Tuesday morning. Try not to be seduced by the dark side of... What is it?
Just the dark side.
Just the dark side.
In general.
Oh, well, I'm already there. You guys want to join me? We have cookies.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we got cookies.
Yeah, but if you're the dark side, they're probably white chocolate cookies, aren't they?
Ugh. No, what? God, no. Those are the cookies you get in heaven. White chocolate cookies. White chocolate's not even chocolate. Everything in heaven is fake. It's all IKEA, and it's all just it's a shambles.
Everything in heaven?
Yeah, it's like Vegas.
Oh.
Really shiny on the outside, but you look closely, it's all falling apart. Because there's no one there to do the upkeep.
Oh.
So few of us are
Hang on,
going.
are you suggesting that janitors and maintenance staff go to hell?
Janitors are all going to hell.
Well, I'm not saying that. You said that. No, I just don't think any of us are going to heaven. We're all terrible people.
We're all just
bad
people,
news, Penny.
No, Penny's going to heaven. All dogs go to heaven, Ollie.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that's right.
Yeah,
it's the secret of Nim.
Yeah.
That all dogs go to heaven.
Okay.
It's a classic American tale. These aren't even puns. I'm just listing off Don Bluth movies. It's great. I'm having a rockadoodle time.
So, dark side, what are we talking about?
What? Oh,
so we got an email.
We got an
email
from Nick Jones of the Jones Brothers. I was thinking Jonas Brothers.
I actually thought when it first came in that it said Nick Jonas.
Okay.
Just like,
that would have been great.
Well, that's a fake name.
Road
Nick Jones
Reader.
doesn't sound much more real, but
Yeah,
I think it is his real name.
Well, that's like I have a pseudonym with that name.
Anyway, Nick sent us an email.
Yes.
And, we get random unsolicited emails from listeners from time to time who are just like, hey, I like what you're doing.
Who want to be on the ground floor of our restaurant. And I encourage them.
Yeah, we get those too. Yeah,
we do. To pursue that to its fullest.
Yeah, we still need a cook. Keep submitting your resumes to the Cabin Restaurant.
Please do. We're going to be open 24 hours a day.
So, we got an email from Nick Jones saying, hey, guys, I really like your webpage, your news reporting, your brief, concise stories, and grammar.
Oh,
I am a big fan of our grammar.
I am a very fan. You ever notice that all the fan mail is about our news?
Yeah.
It is.
I have noticed that.
Yeah.
It's good news.
It's almost as if it's being filtered by something. Go ahead.
Anyway, he continues. Says it's crisp and clear and very readable.
All right.
Which is, good thing to have
very good.
in your news.
Absolutely.
He then finishes his email by saying, here's hoping you never get seduced by the dark side.
Whoa, Nick.
Thank you.
I'm going to stop you right there. Which dark side? Now, is it the dark side that because we're already government owned, so we have to say what the government wants us to say.
Stop telling people that.
I'm sorry, it's true. Now, is that the dark side, or is it like if we were run by the Green Party, is that the dark side?
Well, the Death Star has a really good little online radio station. It just plays a lot of funk.
Oh, it's wonderful. A lot of funk.
Yeah.
Too much funk for my taste. But great hosts. They never miss. No?
Oh, very good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And I mean, a very efficient Death Star as well, because it has that one weapon. It doesn't use a lot of energy, but can destroy an entire planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has its benefits.
So where are we being seduced? Are we on the light side right now, Ben? I guess that means that we're on the light side.
I think what we maybe need to figure out is what side Nick Jones stands on.
Yes, because
will determine
what dark
subjectively where the dark side lies.
And I mean, I don't like I like the terminology of being seduced because I like to be seduced.
Who doesn't?
Preferably to the dark side. But I think it's a choice, really.
The light side doesn't really seduce. It's kind of self-righteous and just expects you to
I hate about the light side. It's like, I'm too good for you.
Yeah.
So you should probably want to be with me all the time. And you're like, you know what, light side? The dark side has better things to do.
Dark side will butter you right up.
It's more fun. They will.
Make a nice sales pitch.
That's right. The
Make
dark
you feel
side
good about yourself.
Will butter you up.
Yeah.
With seduction. That's part of their seduction tactic. Is smearing butter all over your body.
And I think that's where Nick's concern lies, is we're human.
Yeah.
We like being buttered up.
I like being seduced.
We like being complimented.
That's right.
And only the dark side does that.
That's
the
right.
light side has nothing for you.
Yeah, nothing for you except just balance.
Sense of self-satisfaction.
Ugh.
I guess.
Who needs that?
We already have enough of that.
Yeah, that's right. I want someone else to do that for me.
So what we're basically saying is the light side is yoga, the dark side is burgers.
No, I think there's a dark side to yoga, cultural appropriation and whatnot. But there's definitely a dark side to yoga. I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and yoga's it's a business now.
That's right.
Like anything else, they'll make sales
the old
pitches.
yoga mafia, yeah.
Well, making spiritual enlightenment into
Yeah.
a commodity is a tricky thing. It's a slippery slope.
They'll get you in a downward dog, and then suddenly the boys come round with the bats.
Good Lord.
Yeah, all right.
Downward dog. Sounds like a liberal tax plan, am I right?
Yeah.
Guys?
I've never been.
Political. Very good. Okay, I want to figure out what dark side Nick is talking about. Let's write him back. Which dark side are you referring to there, Nick?
Yeah, Nick, let us know where you stand.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out where we shouldn't stand.
Chances are we're all standing in the middle of a pentagram together.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
We are a volunteer-run organization, and as such, depend on the kindness of strangers to pick up our spirits and shield us from danger. A stranger is a friend you can't forget.
Stranger is just a friend you've never met.
That's right. Long before the Superdome, where the saints of football play, lived a city that the damned called home. Here they're hellish, Rondelay. Anyway, I think we've gone off topic. So as such, we're
still very much on topic.
That's right. We depend on donations and financial support from the community. We have a Patreon for our journalists. We have merch sales, of course, and then we depend on people to fill up our hours and our streaming time with their volunteer shows. And we love every one of them and every one of you. That's right. We had a mysterious, impromptu, anonymous donation.
We did.
Yeah.
And I was the sole witness of this.
Okay. I think you were going to say sole benefactor. Like
I could have been.
I'd like to give this money to Scott.
I mean, for all we know, like, I mean, he did hand some money over to me at the end of this. But
was it all of the
Was
money?
it all of the money? Was it cash?
Yeah, cash.
Slipped under the door?
No.
Left on your nightstand?
Let me tell you
that
what's
wasn't for all of us.
So, yesterday morning, I think it was in the 11 o'clock hour, Ollie had just stepped out for lunch.
Lunch at 11. Let's unpack that for a second.
Breakfast at 4, lunch at 11.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Got to beat those lines, too.
Right.
I think Corinne had stepped out, too, or she might have been in studio, too. Anyway, I was in here doing my, the morning shift and putting together the Mornings at the Cabin podcast, as I do.
As you do.
And was particularly into it at the moment. And usually I notice when people, like, we always have the Studio One door open all morning, and usually I notice when people go by the window and come in and say hi, they usually don't get one by me. But yesterday morning, so I was working away, and all of a sudden I looked up at the door, and there was a person just standing there, looking at me like kind of stunned. Almost, and it was almost, she didn't say a word.
Okay.
But it was almost as though I could hear her thoughts.
Oh my God.
And it went simply, "You're not Ollie." And so I said, "Hello?"
I'm sorry. Do we have a ghost in the building? Because this sounds like you interacted with a ghost.
No, this is very much a real person.
All right.
So I said, "Hello." And she didn't say a word.
Of course.
Just stared at me again, being like, "That wasn't an English accent. He's definitely not Ollie.
Ollie.
What is going on here? Where am I?"
I'm fairly certain Ollie's the only one that works here.
And so I said, "Can I help you?" And so, again, without a word,
My God.
just slowly started approaching me.
Hey.
I was like, this could go one of a few ways, but
Yeah.
hoping for a positive outcome.
Well, it's terrifying because we know so many people want to hurt Ollie.
That's very true. I was clearly not Ollie, though.
Yeah.
So she started slowly approaching me as I'm sitting right where you are right now.
Oh, my God.
Behind the Studio One microphone.
Yeah.
And she slowly reaches out her hand in a fist and brings her fist towards me. Again, not a word spoken.
Slowly.
The church bells all were broken. She reaches out her fist towards me, and my first thought is she just going for
die here?
Is she just going for a fist bump? Is that all we're going for here? So I reach my fist out and gave her a little fist bump. And then she says, "Open your hands." And I'm like,
you just never do, right? When someone tells you to do that,
No.
you just never do.
I love that she was kind of perturbed by what you were doing. It's like, no,
Yeah.
open your hand.
Again.
I haven't said anything up to this point. But no, open your hand, idiot.
basically, that was the unspoken part. Open your hand, dummy.
And
Like,
you know
jeez.
when someone tells you to open your hand, it's going to be alive.
Yeah.
Whatever's coming, it's going to be alive.
Oh,
So
God.
I said, "Oh, okay." And so
And you just did it?
so I did it.
Oh, God.
You know, I was given no reason not to trust her by this point. So I opened up my hand, and she dropped $100 in cash, in $20 bills, into my hand, and I was like, "Oh," and like immediately started like scurrying back out the door.
I love this.
And so I said, I was like, "Thank you. What's this for?" And she's just like, "It's a donation. Great job."
Bye.
Literally, as she's running out the door.
The bills are poisonous. Bye.
I was going to ask her name, but I assume based on this interaction and everything surrounding it, that she did not want her name to be mentioned on the air. Very much an anonymous donation. And and probably the most bizarre fashion that we've received a donation so far.
Very nice.
Yeah, we have had some wonderful people come in and donate, and we're very grateful for that. But I don't think we've had anyone ever sort of, shuffle into Studio One, engage in an abortive fist bump, and then deposit $100, spin around, and run away screaming.
Open your hand, moron.
Don't get me wrong. If there are other people out there who would also like to come in for the ceremonial donation fist bump,
that's right.
We absolutely encourage that. We are open every morning. Come see Scott at Studio One. All you have to do is look terrified, fist bump, and drop the cash.
Or if you want to top that one, I mean, by all means, come up with something else.
Do a dance.
And we'll talk about that on the morning.
Please don't come in disguise. That will terrify Scott even more.
Come in a mascot costume. Do some miming.
Yes.
And then when you leave, you come dressed as a cow, and the money should come out of the udders as you spray them at Scott as you leave.
Good Lord.
No?
Yes.
I don't condone that type of donation.
Okay, we have to make a liner now, though, that says, Cabin Radio is supported by you. If you'd like to make a donation, show up and silently creep towards Scott and toss money at his hands.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we're not wasn't about to turn it down just because I was a little
It works.
little on
and
edge for a minute.
Now that person is screaming at their phone saying, "It was 200." What's he saying 100
Did
for?
I say 100?
You did.
It's all right.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Wheeler, Lecter, and Corinne with you on your Tuesday morning. Hi, Corinne.
Hello.
Don't you take that kind of tone with her.
What did I do?
Holy.
That you mean?
Gall of this one over here.
The unmitigated gall. It's one of my
word.
favorite phrases, I think.
So what happened on Sunday? Let's get to the bottom of this right now.
So last week, I knew Shazam was coming out. I knew Corinne was really excited to see it, and I wanted to see it too. So I messaged her. I said, Shazam or Pet Sematary this weekend. And she said, Shazam. I said, cool. Sunday?
Okay.
Because Sunday's like the only day I can go to see movies. And then I did the jerkwad thing of overbooking myself on Sunday. So I had to clean up Sunday morning, and then I had to... What did I have to do? I had other things I had to do. I can't remember now.
Really?
So many things.
No, I
booked.
So booked up. My morning just got full up. No, I was cleaning all Sunday mornings because the week's been very busy, and then I had to come and get some equipment from Ollie. What did I do before that? I'm actually struggling with remembering what I did before that because that's how completely.
That's how busy
my brain
you
is. That's actually accurate. That's actually accurate as to what happened. Good
excuses.
Lord.
Nothing but excuses.
Haircut at noon. That's what it was. Haircut.
Oh, so you got ditched for
No, you didn't get ditched for a haircut. I was going to be done the haircut by 12:30. The movie started at 12:50.
Yeah.
But then I forgot that I promised Robin Washicna some recording equipment here. Ollie said to meet at 1. I said yes, because Ollie's a very busy person. So whenever time he gives you 4 a.m., I guess that'll work. That you got to go. So I had to learn how to use this equipment and then give it over to Robin and then teach him how to use it. And then we had a long convo about how things were going and what he was going to do on the podcast. So
you brought him a microphone.
I brought him equipment to record his podcast. All right, that's just a microphone, Scott.
20 minutes.
Well, no, I had to talk with him too, but I had to. Well, here's the thing, Scott. The movie started at 12:50. I had to meet Ollie at 1. So
why didn't you go to a later showing?
Because I couldn't later on.
Why?
Because I was also busy.
I had to pack.
What?
Oh my God!
You had to pack, so you were busy too.
Yes.
You've been here for 6 weeks. You got like a bag.
No, I have a giant suitcase and a bunch of that goes in there.
Whoa!
Stop!
Oh, sorry.
Whoa!
Swearing.
Well, thank God she's gone at the end of this week.
Goodness. Let's just do your review now.
Oh, I already did my review.
It happened yesterday.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
It was
That's
great.
why she doesn't care anymore.
I have to stop taking Mondays off. Oh,
great.
God, I miss all the good stuff.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't have taken Monday off, and you should have came because then you could have chirped Ollie because he thought that Shazam was a movie about an app.
It's not as far fetched as we're making it sound. I feel like Shazam could be a movie. If they're gonna make a movie out of Monopoly, why not Shazam?
Well, yeah, that was pretty
true.
much where he was.
They also
headed,
made a movie out of Clue.
They did make a movie. Well, yeah, but that's Clue is
Wait,
amazing.
A movie out of Clue?
Yeah, Clue is an incredible movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the 80s, it's got an amazing cast. Like Madeline Kahn is in it, Tim Curry, Martin Mull. Like it's a classic.
Okay.
It's really good, yeah.
I feel like I kind of remember that, but I'm muddling it with. Did you ever play the Clue, the video version?
No.
Like you never played Video Clue?
I'm going to tell you this right now. I have never played a full game of Clue ever.
Clue's
Really?
fun.
I've never played a full game
Oh my
of it
god,
ever.
that's what we're doing on my last day.
No.
We're getting Clue and we're playing Clue. Yeah.
We're getting a clue.
We're getting a clue. We're going to use it.
And who knows what happens after that? We haven't had one.
I've
up to
never
this point.
killed somebody in the study with the candles.
No.
And it's going to turn into a real life version of Clue.
Oh my god.
Here's a question.
What?
Speaking of board games, if you found a Jumanji board game, would you play it?
That is a question. Knowing what I know from the classic 1997 movie of the same name, starring Robin Williams and Bonnie Hunt, and also Kirsten Dunst and David Alan Grier and Bebe Neuwirth.
Answer my question.
I said yes.
I would.
I was absolutely playing.
100%. It would be so much fun.
I wouldn't care about the consequences of all those things.
Not even that scary hunter guy? With
Well,
his
that guy.
big old elephant gun or
That was a
whatever the
huge gun.
heck that
it took
thing
me
was?
forever to realize that the hunter is the dad.
Is the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
He is
dad?
Yeah. Same actor.
The same actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
As his dad.
I just-
Clearly have not watched that movie in a long time.
That's fair.
I just love how like Robin Williams jumps on a thing and like runs outside and is like, "What year is it?"
Yeah, it's
that was the greatest meme ever.
It's pretty good. How was Shazam?
Really good.
Great. I'm glad it happened for you.
Give it a 10 out of 10.
A 10 out
on
of 10.
Facebook.
She also gave Captain Marvel 10 out of 10, though. So.
Okay, you know what? Apparently, Pet Sematary is garbage.
Well, of course.
Well, of course.
I'm not,
Who
I'm not
didn't
saying
see
it to
that
see a
coming?
good movie. I'm saying it to be like, oh, this is garbage.
Oh, you expected it to be bad.
Well, kind of. Yeah, a lot of horror
really?
remakes aren't that great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, including It. Yeah, I said it.
Ooh.
It is garbage.
Wow.
It's not garbage. It's just nothing.
It would be okay. Here's the sad thing. It
Oh.
would be super easy to get me to go in the sewer. Like it would be so easy.
Ollie! Corinne wants to go into the sewer. Probably a story down there. Let's see if we can get her to go in the sewer before she leaves.
I mean, Ollie made me was like, "Oh, I need a picture
go
of
into
a
the sewer?
Yeah, no, he made me go outside and like find a Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Which I could not find one because
You had to go into the sewer to find a Honda.
no, I had to go
That's
down
where
like
they
dark
belong.
alleys and like jump into parking lots and stuff.
Jump into parking lots. What?
Right in front of cars. There you have it. No. Okay. All right, on your way.
I'm walking here. I'm taking pictures of Honda Accords.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.